Hey, yo, what's up? Holla at your boy, Fragrance Family, and welcome back to the Pastor Smell Good YouTube channel, where the sin is always lovely and the sillage is absolutely divine. I greet you guys in the name of peace, prosperity, and oh, yes, perfumery. And on this beautiful day here in the state of Louisiana, you can probably guess what type of climate conditions we have right now. Listen, we are right at about 30 degrees, and we are expected to plummet close to the 10s and the 11s real soon. So unfortunately for me, my ring light has went out, so I had to come out and do this video in daylight. But I'm a cold weather guy. I got a little bit of polar bear in my blood. So I said, hey, let's get out on the porch. Let's put on that New Orleans Saints gear and let's go ahead and get this thing going. So guys, before we get into the video, thank you for helping me creep closer to my milestone of 1,000 subscribers. I could not do it without you guys, and thank you so very much. Even for the encouragement that you guys give me in the comment section, it seems like each and every time that I make an upload, I really appreciate that. But on today, the featured fragrance of review, we're taking that trip to the house of Roja, and we are going to review for your listening pleasure and your edutainment, Roja Elysium. Man, you talk about a fragrance that is extremely popular in Fragcom. You talk about a fragrance that's easy for people to wear, a mainstream type of fragrance DNA. That is all bottled into Roja Elysium. Now, let me begin telling you guys this. There are many notes in this fragrance that are beautifully blended, that you can pick up on pretty much every single note if you really just pay attention to the progression on your skin. So I didn't even try to memorize these notes for this video because, hey, I can use some of this memory bank for something else today. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the notes off to you from my tablet. What we have here in Roja Elysium is we have an opening of grapefruit, lemon, bergamot, lime, thyme, galbanum, artemisia. We have a mid of vetiver, juniper berries, black currant, apple, pink pepper, cedar, cypriol oil, lily of the valley, rose, and jasmine. And we round out to a base of ambergris, leather, vanilla, benzoin, and labdanum. So that's what we're getting here in Roja Elysium. So how does this fragrance perform on the skin? What does this fragrance do? What type of fragrant rendezvous does Elysium take us on? Well, let's go ahead and let's load up and let's take a trip to this beautiful fragrance. This particular fragrance here, it is opening up so zesty. There's so much bounce and pop in this particular fragrance. You're gonna open up with a melange of citrus, because let me tell you, when you spray this bad boy, you're getting the lime, you're getting the grapefruit, you're getting the lemon, and you're getting that real cologne bergamot that I just think is a mass appeal way to open up a scent for anybody. Because when you go to most fragrance stores and they're trying to sell you something, these people want to spray this stuff immediately and hope they can get the average person to buy it just off pretty much the opening of the scent. So you're gonna get this very pleasant mainstream opening of all of that citrus going on there. There's also gonna be a little bit of thyme and artemisia that you're gonna pick up, and also some galbanum as well. But the opening, I would say, is like very, it's very bubbly. When this scent opens to me, I get the opening of a cork popping off of champagne, and you're pouring that into the glass, and you're just getting that fizz that's rising up to the top, maybe even running over the glass. And you know, you get that initial taste of that champagne when you put it up to the mouth and drink it. That's what the opening of this scent reminds me of, not only mentally, but sensually as well. I'm really beginning to pick that up. Also in this fragrance though, the main players come out in the mid, because the main note that I'm picking up in the mid is definitely gonna be that vetiver. That vetiver is here, and it is here to stay. If you know anything about me on this channel, you guys are very aware of the fact that I appreciate a good green. I love greenery in perfumery. I absolutely do. Hence as to why I like scents like Tom Ford's Great Vetiver. Hence as to why I like scents like the original Cosmere, polo green, hence as to why I love green Irish tweed from Creed, and even Shea Bond from the House of Bond. I enjoy a beautiful green, and most of you guys do as well. If I were to take a poll on my page and ask what soap most guys use, you're probably gonna say Irish Spring, because it's just this beautiful green scent. That's what I'm picking up in the overall essence of Roja Elysium. This is a very, very green scent. Now, coupled with that earthy vetiver, this scent also has another added green component, simply because of the cypriol oil we're picking up there. We're gonna get some juniper berry in there. And listen, guys, when you couple juniper berry and cypriol oil with vetiver, that green is gonna probably cut through most of what else is going on in that scent. And that's what I'm picking up here. Pink pepper is listed, but I don't get a whole lot of spice. I'll be perfectly honest. There is a fruity component, though, that I'm picking up right after that initial blast of that champagne bubbly opening, coupled with the greenness of the vetiver. I am picking up a little bit of the apple note. It's nice, it's fruity, it's present, but it's not overwhelming. There is some lift that I do pick up in the scent, and when I say lift, I'm referring to an airiness. So the airiness is provided by that lily of the valley, the rose, and the jasmine. You know, the jasmine gives it this nice little white floral touch. The rose is just gonna give it this real aromatic, airy fragrance profile. So with the way the fragrance is developing between the opening and the mid of the scent, I would have to tell you, you're gonna be picking up a very citrusy, airy scent at this point, that's just laying on a beautiful bed of green. So you have the green, you have a little bit of airiness to that green, and you know, that bright bubbliness of that melange citrus, it just sits on the top of everything so nice. It's like layering a bunch of cakes is pretty much what I'm getting at. You're gonna pick that up with this scent, but boy, the dry down. The dry down. That's when everything begins to come together and fit like a glove. The dry down in this scent is where it really begins to make its money as to whether or not I would ever purchase this scent again. Because there's a lot going on down there that I really am crazy about. Number one, benzoin. If you know anything about me, smell good digs sweet. So there's some benzoin there. And then you get a round of that vanilla, okay? And then there's some labdanum in there as well. So you have a lot of weight on the base of this scent that's gonna work together to put just a touch of sweetness on it. Now, this is not an overwhelmingly sweet scent, but when this fragrance comes into its own, there's just a little touch of sweetness that's gonna give this fragrance some dimension. That's gonna, for a lack of better terms, is gonna put some hips on the fragrance, okay? And that's what I really, really appreciate there. But there's also another note listed in the base, and it's the ambergris note. Now, what the ambergris note is gonna do, this is where the fragrance gets its touch of blue, okay? This is where the fragrance gets its touch of blue. Now, unless I'm colorblind or crazy, look at my bottle, guys. Where you do not see juice, my fragrance bottle looks blue. But where you start to see the juice, it's turning a little bit green. It's turning a little bit aqua, like the water on the beaches of Miami and Destin. There's a reason for that, y'all. There is a reason for that. What you see is what you smell. There's a reason for that. Because remember what I said, this is overwhelmingly a green scent. But let me tell you guys, this ambergris in here, it is so noticeable in the dry down that that's what's giving it this aquatic, this tinge of a blue fragrance profile together. So pretty much that's what I'm picking up. I don't get a whole lot of leather. It's there. It puts a little bit of masculinity on the scent. But hey, it's nothing so overwhelming to where, you know, if a woman sprayed this on herself, now she smells like a man. It doesn't do that much. But this scent, man, you talk about blue and green goodness just coming together absolutely perfectly. All right. So when you begin to take all of that together, if you ask for a reference point, smell good, I'm listening at all that stuff you saying, and hey, I may have a polished nose, but if my nose is not refined, just give me a reference point to what this stuff smells like. Let me do the best thing I can for you. This is what Roja Elysium smells like. Get you a good bottle of champagne, pop the cork on it, all right? Pour it in, let all the fizz come up, put it in your mouth, switch it around, and swallow it. That's the opening, the whole champagne thing. But this dries down to a cold Sprite straight out of the ice chest on a hot summer Louisiana day. That's that's what it smells like to me. But I'm telling you guys, this is master perfumery. Look, this fragrance is what I call brilliant. I don't use that word too much when I'm describing fragrance on this channel, but let me tell you, Roja Elysium, to me, it's a brilliant scent. It's the perfect fusion of green and blue, as you can see in the bottle, okay? Just a perfect fusion of that green and that blue, okay? That's what you're getting here. And the fact that it opens up like champagne, but dries down like Sprite, master perfumery. And here's the thing, guys, mass appeal is all over it. You're not gonna have a hard time getting most people to wanna spray this stuff, okay? This is what I call a dumb reach, okay? You may hear that in the fragrance community. For most cases in your life, if you don't know what to put on, you just grab this real quick, don't even think about it, and it's gonna fit most of whatever you're trying to do. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and rate this bad boy before I get out of this cold and run back in the house where it's warm. Let's go ahead and rate it. In terms of projection, is she gonna get up on off you? Absolutely not. This fragrance is moderate, I would say, in terms of projection. In terms of sillage, it's gonna do the whole arm length thing. In terms of longevity, 6 good hours, okay? 6 good hours, okay? Hours 7 and 8, you hunting it down with bloodhounds. But that's all right, just spray some more, okay? That's what you're gonna get there. As far as the occasion, I would wear this for most of anything, meaning I will put this scent on casually, and I will also put this scent on formally. So I'll dress it up and go to church, but I also put it on to go run to Sam's, okay? That's what it does for me. This fragrance will move up and down with you. And its appeal to most people is gonna really come through in the clutch based on how you're dressed. But this is just some really, really brilliant stuff here. As far as the occasions for which, the climate occasion. I'm gonna keep this for spring and summer. I would not go to this in the fall. I would not go it into the winter because remember, it's bright, it's bubbly, it's champagne in a bottle. It dries down to a cold Sprite straight out of the ice chest on a hot summer day. So I'm gonna use this for spring and I'm gonna use it for summer, all right? Compliment factor. Does this reel in compliments? Above average compliment factor for me. Yes, above average compliment factor for smell good. When I put this stuff on, I'm twiddling my thumbs because I know that the compliments are coming. All right? I'm almost 15 minutes into the review, but I won't go that hard. But guys, I just wanted to tell you what I think about Roja Elysium. Should you go out and spend your money on this niche fragrance? Absolutely. I think you should spend your money on it. Matter of fact, this would be a very good thing to get Dad for Father's Day. This would be a good thing to get him for his birthday. Christmas is gone, all right? But it would have been a great Christmas gift as well. And ladies, just because you love your man, get him some Roja Elysium. Just because you appreciate the small things he does, invest in him a nice bottle of Roja Elysium. Listen, it'll show him how much you appreciate him, but it'll also give you a reason to get closer to him. All right? God bless you guys. Take care. Hope you enjoyed this video and smell good. I'll talk at you later. Who that say they gonna beat them Saints?